at a high-profile investors' dinner in New York. The atmosphere brimmed with elegance, fine wine, and billion-dollar conversations. The room glittered with chandeliers, and men in tailored suits shook hands over deals that could shift markets overnight. But amid the polished exchanges, an incident unfolded that would silence the entire hall. A billionaire tech mogul, known for his arrogance as much as his wealth, walked confidently through the room, flashing smiles at fellow elites. When he was introduced to a sharply dressed black man standing quietly with a warm smile, the billionaire extended a cold laugh and said, loudly enough for the surrounding crowd to hear, "I don't shake hands with staff." The room went awkwardly quiet, and some guests shifted uncomfortably. What he didn't realize was that the man he had just insulted wasn't staff at all. He was Anthony Davis, a low-profile but immensely powerful investor, the head of a global fund managing more than $200 billion. Anthony didn't flinch. Instead, he calmly nodded, responding with dignity, "That's all right, sir. Some hands aren't worth shaking anyway." He then turned his attention back to the conversation he had been having with another group of investors. The billionaire smirked and strutted away, convinced he had maintained his superiority. But the tide was about to turn. As the night went on, Anthony's influence quietly radiated across the room. He was the reason several major backers had even shown up to the dinner. Within minutes, whispers spread about what had just happened, and more eyes turned toward Anthony, not the arrogant mogul. The pivotal moment came when the billionaire's company presentation was scheduled. He walked on stage, speaking about his latest tech venture, and boasting of the $2 billion in backing that was about to secure his dominance in the industry. But just as he finished, Anthony stood up slowly, all eyes on him. With calm authority, he announced, "I'd like to make something clear. Effective immediately, my fund is withdrawing all commitments from this deal." Gasps filled the room as investors realized what was happening. The $2 billion that had been promised was gone in an instant. The billionaire's face turned pale, his arrogance crumbling before the very people he had tried to impress. Chairs shifted, murmurs grew louder, and several other investors followed Anthony's lead, distancing themselves from the deal. What had started as a proud moment for the billionaire had become his public humiliation. Anthony simply adjusted his cufflinks, shook hands with those who respected him, and walked out with his dignity intact. The lesson was crystal clear. Money can build power, but respect keeps it. Without respect, even billions can vanish in seconds.